Hey, good.
Wait. We got
Which?
You're good.
Which book was your favorite book this year? Forged by Fire, Hanging on to Max, or American Born Chinese? Why? What did each book teach you that you will take away from this course?
Forged by Fire.
Yeah?
Why?
Nice.
Go ahead, Mike.
Why?
Go, Michael.
Because there's a lot of conflict and it was exciting. Not really. It was disturbing a lot of the time, but there was always something that we could argue about.
I agree with that, because I think Hanging on to Max was one that I really liked, but I think Forged by Fire was, like, it had a lot more events that were, like, more controversial and stuff like that.
I think it also helped that like Mr. Ferry like read it and like his voice inflection
Where I
like
could
really
actually
helped.
understand.
Yeah, I have to say my favorite was definitely Forged by Fire because of Mr. Ferry doing the voices. Because it kind of gave us like,
I felt
we
like
didn't have to, I know, but we didn't have to like really try to analyze too much. We could kind of just soak it all in and like it just, you know, have it, like it just happened real. It felt like a movie kind of, but yeah, this, you know,
See, I personally didn't like Hanging On to Max. It was dumb and I didn't like it.
What?
But,
Agreed.
I did not like Hanging On to Max.
I like Forged by Fire too, because I didn't like the two other books. Forged by Fire was decent, so I guess it was the favorite. It taught me how to like stick with your family in hard times, like he did with his sister. And it shows how hard times can be for some people.
Kia, you needed to finish something?
Yeah, I did need to finish, thank you. Forged by Fire was my favorite because it was a page turner. And I feel like if we actually would have had the books in our hands and not him reading it to us, we would have finished it in like 2 days. Because it's like that much of a book. When the chapter ended, you wanted to know what happened next.
Probably not going to oppose me, but my favorite book was Hanging On to Max because
Ew.
get out.
I liked it because this book kind of like relates to teenagers, and I thought how interesting it was to see like how Sam and Claire were kind of able to take care of Max and Emily, and the book kind of put emphasis on how Sam could be a good father.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
I think Hanging on to Max was a...
Don't tell yourself that.
I didn't. I wrote it down. I found a lot of like similarities and parallels between Sam and me in like I don't have a kid, but in some other ways. And I think that like his relationship with his father and stuff like that, and I think that it really it's always interesting to like read an adult telling the story of like a teenage kid. That's always been fascinating to me to have that in mind, and I think that like the author did a really good job, but also she had some pretty good points about a lot of things philosophically, and that's why I appreciate it.
Can you give an example of like the philosophy?
Well, just like the whole idea, like the ending and stuff, like that was pretty. That dealt with like morality and like what's right. Like it was his kid, and he really loved him, and like what do you do? What's best for the people you love? If it hurts you, like that whole idea. And I thought it was interesting. I liked all the books though a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, my favorite book was actually Hanging On to Max also, and because it just shows how different like my life or somebody else's life could be if you had like a child when you were a teenager. So it just kind of made me be thankful for like the life I have, and I get to have like a semi-normal life right now.
I thought my favorite book was American Born Chinese. I thought it was a good
Works for
book.
everything.
You gotta be that one
Yes.
guy.
Yes.
You know.
Because this book and like the unit has like taught me like a lot about like, and it's definitely like made me question how I live my life with like discriminating against other people, and I know it happens a lot with my friends, even if it's like just a joke. So like I kind of want to like take away from this unit by like trying to tell them like no, that's not okay and stuff. So I thought it was a good book.
Yeah, I want to be that second guy and agree with him and say that my favorite book was American Born Chinese. I only think that because I felt like the other books, it was kind of hard to really paint a solid picture in my head just using my imagination from the text, because I feel like I've never really been in the situation where I've had to live in like the slums apartment, or I
know last time
had,
PCI
also, so I feel like American Born Chinese just allowed me to really get that really solid image in my head and like really understand the story to the fullest rather than the other ones.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to disagree with that. That one was my least favorite just because of how it was like set up right or whatever. But my favorite was also Forged by Fire because of all the conflict and action that was in it, made you like keep wanting to read everything. So I thought that was really good.
From the takeaway question, what did you take away from each book? I thought from American Born Chinese, I learned that it's like there's no real clear story because everyone has their own story and background, and whether you're new came from somewhere or wherever it is.
I took away from hanging on to Max because that having a baby while being a teenager is tough, so don't do it.
Amen.
Yeah.
That was just.
Rapidly.
What was it?
Great.
Abstinence.
Yeah, this is only 100% guaranteed contraceptive, kids.
How are we on time, Max?
That's a dude
Not
who can't
100%
get
sure.
Not 100%
Make sure she
though.
on break.
Max, how are we on time?
Then you're pretty good, but you just
Yes, no, last one. There's always.
99%
Okay, does anybody have any final statements?
I don't.
Rack up some points that they might be concerned
I
about?
loved every single book.
was your favorite book?
You're great, Mr. Faye.
I love you, Mr.
This
Fair.
is an easy
I
one.
will know that.
Okay, it's a pleasure. Let it go.
My favorite book was American Born Chinese because I thought it had a great message.
Can you?
You are right.